Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and welcome to the post-game show. We're going to be talking about the Canucks versus Blues game where Tank Nation is still on, everyone. Everyone stay calm. Tank Nation is still happening. So if you're a YouTube subscriber, or I should say not a subscriber, a member on my YouTube channel, you can post in the chat right now, Team Tank, the emoji that you can use it right now. That's why I made it, right? So, guys, in regulation, we lost again. It's only 9 games straight that we've lost. We lost all 6 on the road. All 6 on the road. We have 8 games coming up at home to finish off the month, and we'll go over that quickly as well. But tonight, we just stayed in last place. We stayed in the everything's working out perfectly if you're on Team Tank. If you're watching the game, it's not that fun to watch, to be honest. 4-1 final, that's not what we want to see. That is what it is, but everything's working out perfectly to make sure we have the best chance at winning the big championship. That is the NHL Draft Lottery. That is the only award that we should be focused on and getting. Now, I do think this team needs to do a better job of being able to compete each night in and out, but there's a couple of things that I do want to talk about that I'm very interested in. And the game itself, we're going to talk a little bit about it here this evening. We're also on the trade watch. The big names that keep coming up is Evander Kane, Kiefer Sherwood, DeBrusk, Höglander just happened a couple days ago with that name's been surfacing. And now, as we talked about last game, EP40, yes, EP40 is in the trade rumors. And people keep coming in my comments, they can't be traded because he has a no movement clause. And I'm like, true, he does have a no movement clause, but he can waive it in order to go to whatever team. So if the Canucks get a good deal and they say to him, hey, Elias, listen, as you can see, we're not going to win a cup in the next 2, 3, 4 years. So would you mind going somewhere else in a place where you have an opportunity to win a cup? It might be he might be open to doing that. Okay. So it's not a for sure, but the teams are calling the Vancouver Canucks because they want to see what they can get. And I think a lot of people are lowballing us right now. That's why there is no trade happening at the moment, but it could happen. And just a reminder, everyone, that I did make a video today, and it's one of those ones. Let me just bring this up here. Let's do it this way. It looks better. Okay, so the conversation that I was talking about today is that the Carolina Hurricanes have already expressed interest twice for Elias Pettersson. So, and then we know that the Carolina Hurricanes are trying to move Kotkaniemi. And so I made a video, and it's just speculation, but it's like me and my friends are saying, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be Pettersson for Kotkaniemi, their first-round pick, and one of their prospects. And it's like, so I made a short little video on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I think I even put it on X. And I asked the question, would you be okay with that deal? I should post it in here. Just so that we can really talk about it. That would be fantastic. Okay, so we'll talk about that deal. And I believe if memory serves me correctly, that Kotkaniemi is. Listen, he's not my favorite guy. Okay, I like Skechnikov a lot, more than him, but he's younger. He's a center. I think he's 24 years old, if I can remember correctly. Kakademi. Oh, yeah. So he's 25, center, left wing, shoots left. He's only making $4.82 million until 2030. So that's a significant difference than what Pettersson is making for the next 7 years. Okay, for the next 7 years. So I'll put the trade offer that I'm. This is what I'm guessing. Okay, I saw a different one before. I used it before. It was much more than that. But would you take this deal? Now I want to get into the post-game show, not just the trade rumor, because I've already done a video on that. But receive EP 40, and the Canucks receive Kotkaniemi, first round 2026 pick, and a prospect. And it depends who that prospect is. Would you do this? Okay. That's what we're talking about here in this video here. And you can go on my stuff and answer it there for sure. Okay. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. But we also want to talk about this Canucks loss 4-1 to the Columbus Blue Jackets. When you lose like this, and let me remove that. I'm going to bring this up. I just want to remind you, like, this isn't we're just losing. We're losing significantly. Okay. So again, got to move this back here. Why doesn't it do it properly? Okay. So if you look at it, okay. So at home, we lost still. One was in shootout. One was in overtime, right? You're sitting there and you're watching this and you're going, hey, we still fought valiantly. We still competed. We still got points. There we are. And then all of a sudden the road trip happens and we allow 5 goals against Buffalo. By the way, the Buffalo Sabres right now are on a 14-2 streak, like 14 wins, 2 losses. That team, I don't know how they clicked, but they're clicking right now. And it looks like they're trying to make the playoffs. We got 5 goals scored against us against Detroit. And then 5-0 against the Leafs that's brutal. 6 goals allowed against the Montreal Canadiens. And we lost 2-1 in regulation to the Senators the next night, which is wild to me. And then 4-1 tonight in Columbus. And then we played Edmonton Oilers on Saturday. So things are not looking up if you want to win games. But things are looking pretty crazy here. So let's get into this game tonight, and I'm going to get into your comments in just a minute. So I can see people are posting things. Actually, I should look just in case my audio is not on or something. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So a lot of you guys are talking about the trade. So I do want to get into that. Okay. Do I have this up here? Where is this? Yeah. Okay. I'm at the right spot. I'm going to make this bigger so you guys can see it better. So my face will be less. That would be great. Sorry, I got so we got outshot again. Shocker. So as you can see, their goaltender got the first star of the game, Kent Johnson. Second star of the game, 1 goal, 2 points. Same Marchenko. By the way, he's fantastic. I really like watching him play. So first goal was a beauty by Charlie Coyle. And then Marchenko scores an unassisted goal in the second period, put them up 2-0. And then they scored another one by Werenski on the power play. And so there we are. And it's 3-0. And we're talking about halfway through the second period. Then Brock Besser on the power play finally gets a goal, everyone. Finally gets a goal, and you can see it here. Pettersson to Bouillon, back to Pettersson, over to Brock, and he rifles it in. and gets his first goal. I think it's his first goal in 22 games, if I'm correct on that stat, which is insane to think about. Just signed a new contract extension. And then Kent Johnson, it's not on a empty netter, but scores to make it 4-1, puts the game away, and the game's over, everyone. So, yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened tonight. That's where we're at. Got outshot 36-31. Miracle happened. We actually beat a team in faceoffs tonight, which is 27 faceoffs to their 24. We were 1 for 2 on the power play. They were 2 for 2. So our power play finally does something. Our penalty kill doesn't do a thing. It's like, this is why we can't win, okay? This is what's so frustrating. Same amount of penalty minutes. They out-hit us by 8. We had 3 more block shots. We had 8 more giveaways. That's crazy. And they had the takeaways are tied. And we split the season series. We beat them 4-3 on November 8th, and they beat us 4-1 tonight. So you can tell we are not ready to play and be a part of this thing. So one of the guys I did want to talk about tonight was Linus Karlsson with 5 shots. And I just think that he has played fantastic hockey this season, and especially tonight. I thought he was going to score, at least get an assist. That DeBrusk, that pass to DeBrusk, I thought he was going to score. I'm surprised he didn't. So 19 shifts, only played 14 and just over a half minutes, had 5 block shots, everyone. No, 5 shots, 1 hit, and that was his stat line tonight. So, and it says center for Karlsson, which didn't make any sense because did they put Pettersson on that? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. They put 5 for. He's a right winger. I don't know what's happened. They must have. That's a mistake there. But Verlander's played again tonight. Bouillon played. They had sat these guys, but Bouillon gets 27 shifts, the most out of any Canuck defenseman. Mancini played this evening. Lankinen played fine. He wasn't great, but the whole team doesn't look good, Garland had some good moments. I mean, it's great that Brock finally scores. Had 4 shots on net, 2 hits, 1 giveaway. Baines was out there -2. Didn't even play 10 minutes. Played the least of any Canuck tonight. Ogren, we're watching him closely. 17 minutes, 20 shifts. 2 shots on goal, 1 block shot, 1 hit, 2 giveaways. So that's someone else we were looking at there. This is what we're talking about, everyone. Just know, like, 1 goal. There's only 1 goal with 1 assist, right? Like that's what we're talking about. No, 2 assists. Bouillon got the second one. So, man alive, like this is pathetic, and it is what it is. What do you think? And if you're a team tank, you're happy, but like David W said, the PK was a disaster tonight. They were totally a disaster. So, yeah, post in the comments what you think. I know a lot of you just want to talk about the possible trade. Yeah, so I'm sitting here and just kind of baffled that we're this bad, but at the same time, I look at this roster and I look at the centermen and I look like how we've been playing, and you got your veterans who haven't scored in 20-something games, and Kane hasn't looked great. Garland's one, his motor stays the same, so Sherwood's motor stays the same. He got the same effort every night. Karlsson looks good, but he's still, new to the league, and that's who we're relying on. And Pettersson can't carry this team. He may be the best player on this roster at the moment, but this game is just something else. This team actually is just something else. It's just not good enough. And I've said it over and over again that we are unintentionally tanking. Even if we are trying to win, we're losing because it's not good enough. Every other team that walks in is a better team than us, and we're dead last. That's not even being critical. It's just true. It's just true. It's disappointing. I know we're missing Hedel and Forbert and Bluger, which would make some difference for sure, but like it's not good enough to be going on a heater and think about playoffs or anything. We're at the stage. It's like, and every coach or our head coach, our management are all using the R word now, the rebuild word. So I get it. So Canucks are rebuilding, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I think the fan base is okay. The only problem is if you're not watching games, you know what I mean? Or maybe if we don't watch games, then, but I don't want to miss games. Like, I mean, the odd time I'm like, I'm getting tired of watching this team for sure. But like us Canuck fans, we've seen kind of similar song and dance of struggles before, and we still end up watching. I mean, there's been times where I've just like, I can't watch this anymore and just taking a month off or something like that. But this one is like more, I'm watching so that we lose. You know what I mean? when they score on us, I get a little mad, but I'm like, at least it's going towards, we're trending in the right direction, right? There's nowhere than up. Like someone came into my comments about this trade that I had. Okay, this one that I was talking about, and they said you cannot trade our best player, our best player, the guy who has the most points on our team or something like that. And I'm like, we already did that. We traded our best forward on our whole team, JT Miller, and then we went and traded the best player on our roster with Quinn Hughes. So this idea that you can't trade him, we've already done it twice. We can't trade EP40. He's our best player. Actually, we can, because we're last place. There's nowhere but up to go from here. The worst case thing that you can do as a Vancouver Canucks right now is stay the same. So if you trade Pettersson and you want the first overall pick, that would be in our best interest, wouldn't it? I'm not saying we should trade him for nothing. I'm saying we need to get a deal that is worth it. Don't trade him for nothing. I mean, he's got skill. He's got talent. He plays defensive hockey. You know what I mean? But when you look at Elias Pettersson, does this guy scream, I'm going to win a Stanley Cup, I'm going to carry this team on my back? No, he doesn't. Now, he can be a great complimentary piece to another team, and like Carolina, if he wants to win it, like he could win a Stanley Cup, but it's not going to be in Vancouver probably. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe he just totally balls out and just like has an amazing turnaround. And like, guys, everyone's like, this year it's going to be the revenge tour. This year it's going to be, what else did they say? No, revenge tour. They said something else. I can't remember what the other thing is. It's like, this is the year, like all these people are like, you need to apologize to Pettersson. Here's the apology thing that you got to sign. It's like, really? Okay. So he had a couple weeks where he played really well. Then he got injured and missed 8 games. Then he's come back and he's looked good, but not great. And it's like, guys, he's not even going to hit any of the numbers that people predicted. That's what we're talking about here. Like I predicted, and I was concerned. I said he's going to have 79 points. Listen, if he gets 79 points this season, he's going to go on a heater. He is going to be flying out there. He's going to be scoring. We're going to be winning games because if he scores 79 points, a lot of you were predicting that he was going to get 90, 95, 100. I heard, you know what I mean? That like this guy's not even close. Is he going to get 60? Is he going to get 65? We thought last year was bad. I mean, this is where we're at. So the idea, and I get it. People are frustrated. I'm frustrated. Maybe we're going over the top here. And so, but would you trade EP40? I would be very open to trading EP40, especially if we get a decent deal. And I'm talking about being able to move that contract and trying to rebuild this the right way. I'm all in, right? So Stuart is here, and we did not win. Stuart, we lost 4-1. Okay, 4-1. So it's not a W. Well, it's a W. It's like winning. Losing is winning, right? Rod's here. He says, we are streaking now. McKenna, Stenberg, here we come. Okay. Before we get into that, let's go into the promo. and then we'll head into everyone's comments. So glad that you're here. Let's talk in just a second. Okay, so let's dive into these comments. Japan Force in the building says tank. There it is. Tank, there it is. Tank, there it is. What can Canucks get for Myers? I would say very little. I don't think you should trade him. You got this year, next year, and then he's done his contract. I just say keep the guy, right? What are you going to get? A 4th round pick, 3rd round pick? I don't know. I mean, maybe someone wants him for a playoff run. Just doesn't make sense to me. Mark says, wow, I don't know what to say to this BS of a team. I mean, so disappointing. Thank goodness for the tanking. The only good out of this, wonder if we can't beat Phoenix's records of losses. I think record of losses, 14, I think. 14 losses? Oh, in a row. 14 in a row. We're on our way. We're on our way. I mean, if you go back to this and you go here, let's get back to here. So we're at 9. We're going to lose to the Oilers on Saturday, right? We're probably going to lose there to the Islanders. We're going to lose to the Capitals. We have a shot at beating the New Jersey Devils. I think that's the one. So it's like 10, 11, 12. We could lose 12 in a row. If we lose to New Jersey, that's 13. 14 is against Pittsburgh. And then, yeah, look at this week. This is the hell week, guys. This is hell week. I'm telling you right now, we're not beating Crosby. And San Jose's played way better. The Ducks are way better. The Leafs are turning it around. Like, what if we lose all 8 of these games? Someone's getting fired. I don't know. Like I said, Dell says might break a record for consecutive losses. I mean, it's very possible, right, Dell? It's very possible. This is absolutely bonkers, if you ask me. So it's 12, 13, 14. You guys let me know. At least Besser scored. He can relax now. C-Map's in the building. Hey, Rev, if you haven't said so yet, Happy New Year. If I haven't said so anywhere, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to everyone else in here. That's nice of you to say. By the way, just a heads up, I am tonight. I'm going to be doing I have an NFL channel, and I'm going to be doing my divisional rankings. So I want to just open this up and let you see this. I'm going to be doing my divisional predictions tonight. So as you can see there at the bottom underneath that Seahawks graphic, RevTrev NFL on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. It goes live for. I don't have an account I have an account on X, but it doesn't work. I haven't paid for the X subscription, so I can't stream on there. I paid for that for Kempner Canucks. So yeah. So just a heads up, if you want to know more information on that, let me know. But that's what I'm going to be doing tonight as well after I go stop going live here. Steven is here. It says Canucks now have to go 29, 5, and 1 to hit 96 points. Woo! That's brutal. Callum, good to see you. By the way, Callum, I just saw a post. I was checking out my analytics for last month. You were the number 1 person to comment in my streams last month. Number 1. I mean, there were guys. You won a close race. A couple of you guys had a little more. I think you had 200 and something comments. It was awesome. So well done. You're the champ, Callum, for last month. Coach Rob's in the building. Good to see you. Kelly says, what if they lose enough to stay at the bottom of the league? What draft will they be able to get? Well, they'll have the best chance at getting number 1. They could get number 2, number 3. I think the worst they can get is 4, right? I think the worst they can get is 4. Shannon is in the building. She's all excited about the 9 losses. Kelly says, keep Petey. He's helping Team Tank. Shannon says, yes, do that trade. So you're interested in the Kotkaniemi trade. Okay, that's fine. Dell's opened that trade EP 40 for anything as long as they take his full salary, right? So Coach Rob says, do the trade. Tankinen is Angelo's comment. CMAP says, the other day I saw a post that said the worst thing about the Canucks tanking is that it is obvious that they aren't trying to tank. They just legitimately suck. I saw that same post as well. It's just true. RevTrev, I made a pot of chili tonight. That's awesome, Shannon. I hope it tastes well. Turned out great. My wife made chicken quesadillas. Oh, they were delicious with some fries. Yeah, it was a great dinner. Hope you have a great dinner. Yeah, so you saw that too, although I'm noticing more lazy efforts by some. Japan 4, what did you say? Coach? Oh, Coach Rob. You said hi to Coach Rob. Okay, Sensei Dean says spacing sucks. It's true. Richard says even your live chat is tanking with freezing. Is it? I told all my family, I'm going live. Do not go online. Oh, that's frustrating. I'm so sorry. That was one ugly game the Canucks played at Nationwide Arena. 4-1 loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Trading for Kotkaniemi. I don't know if I'd do it. I know I don't like that trade either, to be honest with you, but they should have traded Sherwood before he got injured. It sounds like teams are still interested in him. Angel says Skachnikov included as of now, rip off trade. Okay. Japan 4 wants her chili now. Said it was really good. I'd be okay with that trade, but I'd be interested in what we could get in a Kotkaniemi flip. I don't think you can flip Kotkaniemi. I just like that it's not that expensive of a thing, and he's still young of a contract. David W says the Sabres had something to prove going into the seasons, and so far seem to be doing so on playoff qualifying. Yep. Dell says good news. Our home stand has a buzz saw of opponents coming up. Yeah, I know. It's gonna be tough. Marcus says I think salary would have to be retained on both teams for it to work. Oh, okay. Really? That's interesting. Justin says the trade is good, Trev. We need to get off EP40 contract. Kotkaniemi only makes 4.8 for 3 more. No, till 2030. Till 2030. Charlie Coyle, I believe, once played for the Bruins. Yes, I do. So, RevTrev, let Coach Rob know what you're doing this coming week. He needs to get away with men. Okay, listen. I would love to connect with Coach Rob. This week coming up is insane. I have 2 basketball games, a practice, and a tournament this week coming up. So we don't have anything going on this weekend, which is nice for our tournament. I've got other things going on. So next week does not work for me. So I feel bad about that. AJ, this is the worst Canucks team since the Messier days. That's a fair take. That's not even being rude. This team is bad, like real bad. Sensei Dean, I think no one wants to sacrifice their body, so they look soft. Columbus were hitting harder on hard passes. Yeah. David W says that the Canucks won 27 out of 51 faceoffs, but one wouldn't know it with the 4-1 score. Bowness is a god. Is that because he's got the Jets winning? Is that what you mean? You're gonna watch while you're doing the dishes. Bowness is him. He has risen. Ooh, I wouldn't say that. Bown. What? Why are you guys saying that? That doesn't make any sense. Why? Because Is it Rick Bowness? This retires after 40 years and then came back, right? So let's go. I'm just going to go AI. It's going to tell me about him right now. Who is currently the head coach of the Blue Jackets. He came out of retirement in January 2026 to take on the position, make him the oldest active coach in the league at age 70, soon to be 71. Oh, okay. I get what you're kind of saying. Listen, this guy's no savior, people. Let's relax. Okay. I'm not with you there. Tucker signed with the Dodgers. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's a big signing. Callum says, face it, everybody, the Canucks sucked so hard. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, relax. Okay. Marcus, wow. Mr. Worst plus minus in the entire league got a goal. Oof. He's mad at Besser. Nothing good to see here. Move along. Trade everyone. It can't get worse. It's true. Stewart still wants to trade EP40. Dell says, hey, Trev, is the McKenna stock falling? I think it is a little bit, but I still think he's got a lot of upside. So EP40 to the Kings playing with Kuzi. We know that they play well together. Dodgers, three-peat, baby. They might definitely. That's a sad statement in itself that Petey carrying the team. I mean, who else is doing it? Baseball desperately needs a salary cap. I agree. John says, Flames fan wanting my team to finish last, but realizing Vancouver is even worse. Listen, the Flames absolutely stink. Okay. They're awful. I'm happy about that, but I'm more happy that our Canucks are deciding to rebuild. The Flames are dumb. They had the opportunity to rebuild this roster, and they're like, no, we're going to go out and we're going to keep being competitive and win games. So here they are. They're not, I mean, maybe the Flames flame, and then they end up getting that first overall pick. But I'm hoping the Canucks win the draft lottery. So the Winnipeg Jets seem to have gone on a heater, something I can see the Canucks unlikely to repeat this season. I agree. How to spell trade? Just like that. Trade. Dell says, don't worry, John. Vancouver will lose the lottery. Calgary will move up. I know. That's what I'm worried about. The NBA has a salary cap, but a very soft one for sure. Then enjoy the Yankees and Dodgers final. Feel bad for small market teams. I mean, what about Toronto, man? Can't Toronto do it again? Justin says, doesn't make sense to keep him, Trev. Have to move on. Sure, he wants out now anyways. I mean, sure. Angela says, the Lost Lamb EP40. CMAP says, I can't remember the last time I've watched a Canucks game start to finish, but I'm not missing it. I've enjoyed watching the Golden Eyes and the WHL hockey more. Hey, that's a fair comment. Callum says, Brian Burke dropped the truth bomb. As soon as you tell the league that you're selling, your assets drop half their value. Fair. Dell says EP40 waits for other players to do the dirty work. He is physically unable to hold his own. That's what Dell says. People are waving, peacing out. Good to have you guys here. CMAP, let's call a spade. EP40 is very good two-way, 60 to 70 point player who has signed a massive contract based on 2 outlier seasons. I hope you're wrong, but Rod believes you're correct. Sean says, I still think he can get back to it. This team was mishandled by his injury situation. Maybe. Brian says, boo. Okay. Kevin says, I don't care about the loss. Watching Besser finally get a snipe was worth it. There you go. Brian says they are guaranteed a top 3 pick when they finish dead last in the league. There you go. That's there. Callum says Tuke of Destiny is sequestered in a safe place until the Canucks stop sucking. Good. No Tuke of Destiny should be on your head because that's we don't want them to win. If they keep trading, they keep Pettersson and Besser. By the way, I should change it back to this and go here because we're not just going to talk about the trade the whole time. Let's go here because this is the post-game show. 4-1. Yeah, now you can see that. If they keep Pettersson and Besser together like the third period, can live with the losses to see at least one skilled line. Kevin, here's the thing, though. It like Besser and Pettersson don't play well together. It was JT Miller and Besser who played together. Yeah, that is just a fact. It's just a fact. Marcus says, wonder if they are at a point of tuning out the coach. Kevin says, I think that they can just dump the UFAs, draft deep 2 years, then count on the youth. On the youth coming up. That's the plan, I think. I mean, like, how many years do you think they're going to take to rebuild this? Is it a 3-year window? Is it a 1-year window? Is it is it a 6-year window, a 12-year window? Dell says, hey, Trev, don't worry about your kids using the net while you're streaming. Freezing, not an issue. As Canucks, we are used to subpar entertainment. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Riley Patterson, Anthony Romani are good prospects, as good of prospects as Coots. Well, that's good to know. Richard says, tonight was the first time Booyam wasn't smiling during the interview. Interesting. Callum says, I'm hearing that Rogers game tickets are almost at an affordable price level. An affordable price level. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, you can go to a game. That's the good news about going to a Canucks game. People don't want to go. Like, we're going to find out if people don't want to show up. These are 8 games in a row, and they're going to be trying to get people to go. And I'm telling you, ticket prices are probably dropping like a rock. Like, let's just go on. I'm just going to go on an app right now. Okay. And I'm going to figure out, I've got all kinds of apps on here for that. Let's just see what the Canucks. Let's go Canucks. By the way, Bruno Mars tickets went on, and it's like my wife tried to get them, couldn't get them. Okay. So right now says Canucks Oilers $127 to get in. And then during the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can get tickets for $38, $41, and $54 this week. It's just because you were playing the Oilers and there's Oiler fans that want to go to the game. Okay, okay, let's just do 2 tickets. Best deals. No, let's just go 2 tickets, and then we want to go any we'll sit in the top. If you want to sit in the top, the cheapest tickets right now are $39 to go watch. You can go, that's US prices. $39, $38. It's crazy. You can go see a game now, Callum. Now that the Packers are done, who are you rooting for in the NFL? Anyone who's playing the Bears. That's who I'm cheering for at this stage because I can't stand the Bears. But obviously the Seattle Seahawks is the team I'll be cheering for. I'm also cheering for the Buffalo Bills. Reality is setting in. Yep, it is. If we keep these few older guys like EP Forte and Brock Besser, the youth will kick in eventually. That's true. Brownis is the new head coach in Columbus. Yep. In regards to Calgary, it may be an unwise man who doesn't learn from his own mistakes, but it is a moron who doesn't learn from someone else's. Another way to say it and saying what you did is just say a fool. Okay, Kevin, it was so nice to hear Pettersson to Besser scores. That's good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Johnson scored. BC boy ready to come home. That'd be great. Going to the Oilers game, Tank Palooza. That's awesome, Dave. Hope you have a great time doing that. Would you still go to a Canucks game knowing that they only won 4 times this year at home if tickets are 60% off? The answer is yes. I probably still will go to a game this year, but I don't know. It's a lot of effort for me. we're talking about going from the island, getting there because I live in Nanaimo. So, yeah, probably the answer is I still would. Why not? Richard says, Bruce, there it is, said the management fault. They keep letting players leave after the season. It's crazy. They should have re-signed everyone after the 2024 run. I agree. And they tried Lindholm and Zadorov. So Aquilini should do some ticket giveaways. That'd be awesome. I forget the interview. Bruce, there it is, said it was on. I don't remember it either. Drew Lock, the most likely playing the game on Sunday for Seattle. Sam Darnold heard had a leg at practice today. What? Is that true? Because I'm going live. So is Sam Darnold playing this week? AI mode. Let's do it. He's listed as questionable for the team's NFC divisional game against 49ers due to a new oblique injury. However, Darnold has stated he is confident he will play in the game. You scared me there, Marcus. By the way, Marcus, you're a big Denver Broncos fan. You guys should make the Super Bowl. That's how good your team is. So Buffalo will be a little bit of a test for sure. Denver should win, but we'll see. And as I said that, you said go Broncos. Me too. Go Oilers. Go. Dell's cheering for the Oilers. Okay. So what was that for again? Right, going to the Oilers. Oh, so Dell and Dave are going to the Oilers game. That's cool. Ryan says Sam Darnold is playing. Ryan says Seahawks quarterback Sam are expected to play against 49ers. Okay. I just said that too. Do you think that any fans will be wearing paper bags over their heads on this homestand? I hope not. I really hope not. I don't want our fan base to do that. Ryan says, biggest game of his life, and he's sitting out. Sam Darnold ain't about that. Ryan, I'm with you. By the way, you should join my football one. So, Dell, you're not wearing a bag over your head, are you? Oh, man, that would be brilliant. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing my video coming up in just a few minutes. So make sure you tune in to RevTrev NFL, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch to get the live for sure. All right, everyone. This has been the post-game show tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. I hope that you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. If you're into football, come join me. If you're not, don't. But thank you for joining me today. If you like content that is passionate, realistic, and honest, hit the like and subscribe buttons. And I'd love to keep making awesome content for you. But this has been a fun night just to connect with you. We've just done a therapy session. It's only 9 losses in a row, only 6 on the road. Just another day in Vancouver Canucks history, right? All right. Have a great night. Believe in blue. Tank Nation. Team top 3 pick. And go Canucks go.